Okay, I'm gonna say something that might make some of you uncomfortable. Right now, at this very second, someone with a laptop, a browser, and zero hacking skills can find your email address, your leaked passwords, every account you've ever signed up for, your company's exposed infrastructure, and probably a dozen other things you thought were private. No dark web, no special access, nothing illegal, just OSINT, open source intelligence, publicly available data, weaponized. But there is one tool in this list, one that made me stop mid-investigation and just sit back. Because it does something none of the others can do at that level. It's not just a tool, it's practically a cheat code. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational and ethical cybersecurity purposes only. Always use these tools legally and only on systems or data you own or have explicit permission to test. Number 1, Maltego. If you've ever seen those wild spiderweb diagrams in cybersecurity movies, where investigators are connecting dots between people, companies, IP addresses, emails, that's not Hollywood fiction. That's basically what Maltego looks like in real life, and it is genuinely as powerful as it looks. Maltego is a visual link analysis platform. The whole idea is that you start with one piece of data, a single email address, a domain, a phone number, and then Maltego maps out everything connected to it. Other emails, social media accounts, IP addresses, associated domains, physical addresses, DNS records, you name it. Maltego's free community edition is limited, seriously limited. You cap out on results fast, and the juicy transforms either cost money or require enterprise accounts with third-party services. And for what you get with the paid tiers, the pricing is steep, really steep. We're talking hundreds to thousands of dollars per year depending on the license. It's powerful, no question, but it's a tool that was built to visualize intelligence, not necessarily to find the raw intelligence itself. It's the presentation layer. You still need the data sources underneath. So that's Maltego. Powerful tool, genuinely. But there's something it doesn't solve, and I think it's worth being honest about. This section's brought to you by Intelon.io, and rather than read you a feature list, I want to explain what it actually does, because the context matters. It runs on a single search interface that hits multiple intelligence datasets at the same time. You put in a domain, an email address, an IP, and you're pulling from stealer logs, leaked credentials, breach data, and threat intelligence sources in one query. It's also surfacing publicly indexed assets, misconfigured infrastructure, external attack surface risks, and what they describe as digital exposure patterns, stuff that typically goes unnoticed until it's already being used against someone. The continuously updated data is worth pausing on. Running queries against a breach database that hasn't been refreshed in 6 months is basically archaeology at that point. For active investigations, the relevance window matters. If credentials got exposed 2 weeks ago, you need that to show up now, not eventually. The alerting setup is where it gets interesting for anyone doing ongoing monitoring work. You configure alerts around whatever you're tracking, a company's domain, a specific credential pattern, and Intelon notifies you through email or Telegram when new matching data surfaces. So instead of rerunning the same searches manually on a schedule, you get notified when something actually changes. That's a different posture than checking in periodically and hoping nothing slipped through. The search capabilities hold up for complex queries too. It's built for investigators doing deep OSINT work, not just basic lookups. So if you're running multivariable searches trying to trace exposure patterns across an organization, it doesn't fall apart on you. Links in the description. They've got an exclusive discount code for this channel. Grab it while it's live. Worth running a real test against something you're currently working on and comparing it to what your existing workflow looks like. All right, back to the rest of the list. Tool number 2, and if you've been in the security space for more than 5 minutes, you already know this name, Shodan. People call it the search engine for hackers, and honestly, that's not wrong, but it undersells what it actually is. Shodan crawls the entire internet. Not web pages, but devices and services. Servers, webcams, routers, industrial control system, databases that some sysadmin forgot to put behind authentication, medical equipment. If it has an IP address and it's connected to the internet, Shodan has probably seen it. You type in a search query, let's say you're looking for a specific type of exposed database in a specific country, and Shodan surfaces it. Banners, open ports, software versions, geolocation, all there. It's incredible for attack surface reconnaissance. Red teamers use it to find forgotten assets. Bug bounty hunters use it constantly. Defenders use it to find their own exposed infrastructure before attackers. The limitation? Shodan is laser focused on internet-connected devices and services. It's not going to tell you about leaked credentials, breach data, or the threat intelligence side of OSINT. It's one slice of the intelligence pie, an important slice, but one slice. You'll need other tools to complete the picture. Tool 3, SpiderFoot. And this one is fascinating because it genuinely tries to be everything. SpiderFoot is an automated OSINT framework. It's open source, which means free, which is always a beautiful word. And what it does is run reconnaissance against a target by querying hundreds of different data sources simultaneously. We're talking DNS, whois, IP intelligence, social media scraping, email harvesting, threat intelligence feeds, dark web sources, breach databases. It throws everything at the wall. The free open source version runs locally. SpiderFoot HX is the hosted version with more features and a nicer interface. Here's what I genuinely love about it. You can start with almost any data type, a domain, an IP, an email, a phone number, a name, and it auto-correlates across all those data sources and presents a really comprehensive picture of the target's digital footprint. The catch? Because it's querying so many sources, scans can take a while, and the data quality is inconsistent. Some modules are fantastic, others pull back garbage, and you spend time sifting. It's a powerful tool that rewards the patient and methodical investigator. If you want speed and confidence in the freshness of your data, you're going to want a dedicated threat intelligence platform running alongside it, which again is exactly where Intelon fits. Tool 4, theHarvester. Old school, reliable. Still one of the first tools I run when I start any external recon engagement. TheHarvester is specifically designed for gathering email addresses, subdomains, IP addresses, and employee names associated with a target organization. It queries Google, Bing, LinkedIn, Shodan, VirusTotal, and a bunch of other sources in a single pass, and it compiles everything into a clean summary. It's open source, it's command line based, and honestly, if you need to quickly enumerate the email format a company uses, find subdomains, or get a picture of their external facing assets, TheHarvester does this faster than almost anything else. But here's the honest limitation. It's a reconnaissance tool, not an intelligence platform. It collects surface-level data. It doesn't do threat intelligence. It doesn't tell you about breaches or leaked credentials or stealer logs. And the results are only as fresh as whatever the search engines and APs return. Think of it as your first pass, your breadth-first sweep. Great for scoping, not great for depth. Tool 5, Recon-ng. If you're a Metasploit user, and if you're in ethical hacking you probably are, Recon-ng is going to feel immediately familiar. Same concept, different use case. It's a modular reconnaissance framework built in Python, and the whole idea is that you load modules for specific tasks. Contact harvesting, domain enumeration, geolocation, social media profiling, and chain them together into a workflow. The module marketplace has modules for LinkedIn, GitHub, Shodan, Have I Been Pwned, and dozens of other sources. You build a database of findings as you go, which makes it powerful for long-running investigations where you need to track data over time. It's genuinely impressive for experienced researchers and penetration testers who like to customize their workflows. Flexible, extensible, powerful. The learning curve is real though. This isn't point and click. If you're just getting started with OSINT, Recon-ng might feel overwhelming. And again, it's an aggregator and organizer. The intelligence quality depends entirely on which data sources your modules are hitting. Tool 6, Censys. Think of this as Shodan's more enterprise-focused cousin. Censys continuously scans the entire public internet and maintains a comprehensive, searchable index of everything it finds. Hosts, certificates, open services, software versions, configurations. The search interface is genuinely excellent and the data quality is very high. Where Censys really shines for security teams is attack surface management. Their platform lets organizations discover all of their internet-exposed assets, including assets they didn't know existed. Shadow IT, forgotten subdomains, misconfigured cloud instances, all that infrastructure that inevitably accumulates in large organizations and becomes invisible to the security team over time. It integrates with SIEMs, alerting platforms, and ticketing systems, which makes it a practical tool for enterprise security operations, not just a research tool. The pricing is where a lot of people tap out. Censys is enterprise-focused and the pricing reflects that. Free tier gives you a taste, but for serious work, you're looking at a budget conversation with your organization. And Tool 7, DeHashed. This one is specifically for breach data, and it's one of the largest databases of its kind. Billions of records, emails, usernames, passwords, both hashed and plain text, IP addresses, names, phone numbers, physical addresses, all pulled from data breaches and compiled into a searchable engine. Security teams use it to check if their organization's credentials have been exposed. Researchers use it to understand breach data sets. Investigators use it to trace digital identities across breaches. It's genuinely useful. The data is substantial, and the search functionality is solid. But here's the honest comparison, and I want to be direct about this. DeHashed is specifically a breach data search tool. That's its lane. lane. It doesn't do threat intelligence feeds. It doesn't surface Stealer logs from current campaigns. It doesn't monitor your attack surface or alert you proactively. You go to it, search, and get results from its database. Intelon, by contrast, combines breach data with Stealer logs, with threat intelligence, with exposed infrastructure data. And crucially, it does it with continuously updated data and real-time alerting. So you're getting DeHashed's core value as part of a much broader intelligence picture, instead of as a standalone silo. But if I'm being straight with you, the tool that sits above all of them for day-to-day threat intelligence and OSINT investigation work, it's Intelon. Because it does what none of the individual tools can do alone. Bring breach data, Stealer logs, threat intelligence, external attack surface data, and real-time alerting into a single, fast, continuously updated platform. It's not just a tool, it's the foundation that makes everything else more useful. Links in the description. Check them out at intelon.io. Use the exclusive discount code to get access for less. Seriously, whether you're a solo researcher, a red teamer, or running a security operations team, you want this in your workflow. If you found this video useful, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow so I can keep putting out content like this. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment below. Which of these tools are you already using? And if you've tried Intelon, I'd love to hear what you think. I'll see you in the next one.